Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Jim Baker Stadium, where you are joining us for the final session of the evening, which is running not far off on schedule, but 6:15 start. Is the mixed pairs where Australia will play Guernsey. Joining me on commentary today is AJ.
How are we doing?
How's it going, AJ? Okay, mate? You had a nice day?
Yeah, working all day. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Busy day. Looking forward to this game here now this evening. I was fortunate enough to comment on Joseph and Erin's game against Ireland last night, which was a fantastic game, which went right down to the last bowl of the very last bowl of the final type again. So
yeah, I believe it's quite close in the group. I think Australia's sitting third, Guernsey sitting fourth.
So it's not very much in this today.
If I'm right.
Well, you can't be saying things like that on commentary if you're not spot on.
Checked it before, I think.
So, leading for Australia, we have Erin Swatridge. As I say, watched Erin play yesterday. She's been on the live stream earlier today. She played singles against USA, where she managed to win 2-0. So, a successful day for Erin so far, I would say.
Lines up against Catherine. I want to say Bonsall. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I believe she was on this rink yesterday in the singles. Faced up against Hong Kong, I believe. Came out on the wrong side of that, but looking to regroup today and hopefully win a pairs match.
Well, yes. Tell us a little bit about Catherine then, AJ. Give us a bit of insight.
Well, I gotta say, the best thing on this favourite food, roast dinner with all the trimmings, that is very respectable.
Yeah, especially right time of the year for things like that, isn't it?
Yeah. Favourite drink, Tango Apple.
That's an interesting choice, that is.
Like or something, you know.
Interesting choice, that. What bowls is she using? Looks like a set of Taylors. Should be on your fact sheet somewhere.
Yeah, getting used to this. Oh, there's a bat.
Wow. Taylor International size 3.
Yeah, should swap a bit on this carpet. Just been stretched and got a wee wash, new stitching, I believe.
Big difference in style of bowl again for the Leeds here. Same concept yesterday with Lorna using the Aero Quantum, I believe, and Erin using the Hinslight Dreamline XG, which is a very steady bowl. Not a very common bowl for this side of the equator.
Yeah, ideal if you're a lead, the straightest line to the jack, must say.
Yeah, I guess so.
A few interesting games on at the minute as well. Someone's 8-0 up on ring 5.
Hong Kong against Singapore. Hong Kong taking a nice early lead in that game. Then on ring 4 we have Macau and England against Ireland 2. Seems as though Ireland 2, consisting of Lorna and Adam McKeown, have taken a nice early lead in that game, so I'm sure they'll be happy with that after a nice couple of wins today. I'm sure they beat Guernsey on a tie-break this morning.
Not entirely sure.
I'm sure Ali could confirm that for us. Tie-break, Guernsey, Ireland, mixed pairs winner. Ireland won, didn't they? Yeah, confirmed, yeah. Ireland snuck that game this morning, so Guernsey be out for hopefully to come out on the right side of the coin this time.
Two skips, Bradley and Noury, quite young. I think I played against him in the under 18s probably up until 3 years ago, so he's probably sitting about 12. Oh no, he's very young. He would be 18.
And then we have yesterday's birthday boy of Joseph Clarke skipping for Australia. Some CV this Joseph has, I must say, for anybody that wasn't listening yesterday. He's Australian Open Pairs winner, Australian Open Fours runner-up, and I'm sure he's won a hell of a lot more than that as well, and that's just his major achievements. I'm sure a man of his calibre hasn't opted to put everything down. Very talented player from what I've seen over the last couple of days.
Yeah, usually the Australians playing the world under 25s do seem to do quite well usually.
Yeah, generally, well, I remember when I was involved in this a couple of years ago, you had Nathan Black, and I think it's Jesse Cattell. They were runners-up in the mixed pairs. They lost to our very own Sean O'Neill and Ryan McElroy. And then Nathan Black then was the eventual singles winner, which was a phenomenal singles final where he played against Malaysia. That was some feat of bowls.
Yeah, I know the pair that were here last time that was held at Jim Baker Stadium. I think Nick Cahill, Brianna Smith. They'll give the Australians some advice coming into the carpet. Not sure if they eventually won the series, but they were in the final of the pairs.
Yeah, I was listening to Joseph's commentary earlier. He was commentating on one of the games, and he was saying that he's been playing down at Tweed Ospreys with the likes of Aaron Tees and Gary and whoever else is down there, really, and saying that, obviously with it being a carpet, that's where he's been going to have his preparation, and I'd say he's been coming very handy because he seemed to have adjusted to this surface as if he's been here for years, not days.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Adam used to play at Tweed, if I'm right in saying, Ali. Yeah. So I think they faced off in singles yesterday.
They did face off in the singles. Joseph just snuck that. I think he won the first set 10-4 or 10-5 and played a great bowl with his last. Interesting shot selection. He was 3 down and ended up running the jack in the ditch for a 2 to draw the set. But obviously it's one of them situations where you've just got to back yourself. There is no real right or wrong shot, in my opinion. You just back yourself and take the score. Nice start for Australia here.
Yeah.
Getting the first shot on the board again. Like to take control of this game nice and early.
Yeah. Not quite far out for starting.
Seems to be a general length that they've been playing. I don't know if you've been watching much of it, but they've been opting for the shorter length jacks. Certainly yesterday as well. Joseph seems to have played a lot of short length jacks in and around that 25 metre mark. So maybe this is something that they've prepped for in the lead up to this, or maybe it's just more like home with that sort of speed.
Yeah, definitely. I would probably say they'd be more adjusted to that. Most games I've watched, people have seemed to play this hand closer to the commentary box.
Yes, obviously you're a member of County Antrim yourself. Generally people opt to play ring 3 side, which would be the inside hand of this show ring.
Yeah.
But as I say, I think there's a lot of different style of bowl being used here today, this week, which wouldn't usually be used by Northern Hemisphere players. The likes of yourself using Aero Groove, myself using Tiger Evos. I know a lot of the players here that use mid to big bias bowls. Obviously, as you mentioned with Erin using a Dreamline XG, that's an extremely straight bowl in comparison to some of the other things. So I'd say there's a lot of different lines that Erin would be taking, and Joseph using the Vector VS.
Yeah, I know I previously had a set of size 5 grooves, and on this side they did okay, but that other side, you know yourself, it's a wee bit faster.
Yeah.
We good bit swingier, so I got rid of them, got quantums, and still get a good swing out of them, but more comfortable definitely. But when you go to other stadiums, probably have to make that bit of a switch. And it's definitely a different surface than most places you'll go.
Oh yeah, I think this is arguably one of the best surfaces in the world, and I don't think there'd be many people here that would disagree with that either. Certainly say the quality of the carpet's been reflected in the quality of bowls being played. Really does allow people just to get into a groove and settle into a pace, and there's no real reason why you can't repetitively nail a jack, as we've seen many of the players doing on the live stream so far this week.
Yeah, good end from the Australian lead, starting off strong. Forced the Guernsey lead off.
Erin certainly caught hold of this first end a lot quicker. Well, as I say, I think she was on it not the last session before. I think she played USA on it, so maybe that's fresh in her mind as well. So after coming off a nice positive victory there, she's going into this game on the front foot.
Catherine started off in the forehand, forced to switch. Just adjustment might have just caught her out, just over adjusted with the second and the third, but definitely still room for the skip to get in.
Very quick, these players, not much messing about in the delivery, is there? Wasted no time on the mat, either player.
Joseph just maybe in the count, maybe just out, but great bowler it is.
Very good ball.
Bradley looks like he's nailed this. Great shot.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Joseph switch to the forehand here. Down the inside. You see he's showing a wee grimace at yeah, he's saying to Erin, look to hunt underneath, so. Oh, he's opting for the backhand a bit quicker, I think.
Guess the jack as well is good for him. Out of the spot.
I think he's a little bit unsure.
Just needs to get under.
Well, he's made the shot.
Yeah.
A little bit fortunate, but I suppose if he missed the bowl, he was going to be a lot better off, so.
Probably not the result he wanted anyway.
So you say you played against Bradley, AJ. What was that event in? Was it?
Under 18 British Isles, I think. I know he played the singles every year. Can't remember which other event he played in. Usually the Channel Islands. Usually did quite well. I think he got a few medals in the under 18 singles, which is a very competitive event every year.
Yeah,
sure. You're thrown in on a new carpet with no practice and 2 trial ends to get you out of your grips. You must win your first game, or else you're a serious bowler for qualifying for a medal.
Who else was involved in that tournament, AJ? For anybody else that's listening from around the world who's not from the UK?
Oh, there are many names that came from it. Around my age, you'd have the likes of Daniel Spratt playing today, Zoe Stratton.
So the Irish representatives.
Yeah, Liam McCroy from Scotland's on rank 6. Every time I seem to get a medal match, I seem to have to play against her.
So
yeah.
Ireland, Scotland, Guernsey, anybody else?
England and Wales, yeah.
So the home nations then,
yeah,
pretty much.
Just British Isles, Channel Islands. There's a British Lions squad as well for the. Usually they choose the subs of each team. Just dive it. Australians picking up another 2 here.
Yeah, scoring
you
a
happy
bit.
with that?
Yeah, you take that when you're 3-0 up going into the third end of the set.
7 ends, I'm right in saying.
Yeah, seven end sets, respot on the tee. For anybody, as I say, that hasn't been watching up until now, there's been lots of quality bowls played throughout from all players, all nations in every discipline. So yeah, same again, opting for that similar short jack length, AJ.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's a wee bit easier in here. Definitely get a nice wee line down there. It's just a nice pace where you can get it. It's not too quick where you struggle to keep your ball on. Great start here.
Just up on the line, but a very useful ball. Joseph certainly seems happy with it.
Definitely want balls past that length, especially if the respot's the tee. Gives you a nice wee trail if anything gets burnt.
Great height from Catherine here. Just whether or not she's quite got the legs.
Not a bad start nonetheless, probably in the effective area, sort of within 2 feet.
In the bucket.
Oh, in the bucket, lad.
In the bucket.
Did you hear that one firsthand?
No, I heard that on a few different occasions by several different players.
Yeah, what a player though. But
coming from the main man himself, Mr. McClure.
How have you found the adaptation?
Yeah, transition.
Yeah,
transition across.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for anybody that doesn't know, I was representing Wales for a few years, living back in, well, just on the outskirts of Cardiff. I've recently moved over to Belfast within the last 10 weeks or so. Fortunate enough to play on these carpets every week. This is my home club. Certainly fortunate to have the opportunity to play on these surfaces every week. As I say, I think it's arguably the best carpet in the world.
Yeah, how are you finding the adjustment to the whole difference in Irish bowls to Welsh bowls? Are we different in how we do interstadium, etc., or Wales more like a weekly occurrence?
Yeah, so I've spoken with a few different people. There's a lot more bowls to be played in Wales, but obviously there's only 3 stadiums in Northern Ireland, with Ballybreaks, Belfast, and the Jim Baker County Antrim Stadium. In comparison to back in Wales, I think there's around 19 stadiums. So there's there's a Premier League, and then there's a second division in Wales, and then there's 3 clubs that play up in North Wales that just play amongst themselves, because their nearest club to them 3 would be about an hour and 45, maybe 2 hours away. So for them to get to some of the clubs further down south, you're looking at a 4 or 5 hour drive. Yeah. So they just play in a league amongst themselves. But back in Wales, there's a sort of 16 teams across the top 2 divisions, play home and away every weekend. So transitioning over here to play into stadium, which is only across 3 weekends, where you play all 3 stadiums play against each other twice. As I say, that's quite a drastic difference in the amount of bowls we play. Like, I've had more weekends off since moving over here than I have had in Wales in the last 5 years. So
quite a challenge though, having one weekend must-win games.
Yeah, there is that to it, I suppose. Like, obviously with the league set up in Wales, you've got pretty much 5 months to work your way to the top of the league. But over here, if you lose your first game on the Saturday, you leave yourself in a real predicament then on the Sunday to give yourself any chance of sneaking the weekend's win.
Also tricky at the time of the year, because over here obviously there's only 3 stadiums. You're not getting to play different stadiums a lot, so you got to quickly adjust those games, and home advantage is really everything too. Yeah, good ball coming here.
Very good ball.
Just fell out, but line 2 nonetheless.
The one thing I have noticed over here, AJ, is there seems to be a lot more involvement with the international setups. There seems to be a lot more games. Like back home, you play, like for the under-25s back in Wales, you'd have 2 international trials, and then you'd have a practice session just before the weekend before, or 2 weeks before the actual series. So like your trials would be, I think the trials are being held in Wales now actually, so they'd be late November, early December, and then you wouldn't get together then as a group until right the way up in February. But obviously over here, looking at the calendar, obviously we've played 2 games as a under-25 setup already, and I think there's talks of another 3, 4, maybe even 5 practice sessions in the lead up to that event. So
I know previously the series before COVID, was always sort of October, wasn't it? Yeah. So I think before that we always had.
They caught up, didn't they? The COVID year, they caught up because it was cancelled. It was supposed to be in the February, wasn't it? So they ended up playing it early, didn't they?
Yeah, I think before that, I think we maybe had, it was either 2 trials or an assessment and a trial. But since COVID came about, the season, the internationals aren't until after the new year. I think our coaches taking advantages of that. Yeah. They've also sort of transformed the coaching setup, I'd say. Definitely more professional. We're getting to the point where we want to be in bowls.
Professional is the right word, I would say. That's certainly something I've noticed since moving over here. The professionalism involved in the setups is fantastic, is second to none. Like, with the likes of Neil Booth being the high performance head coach outdoors, like the likes of Gary Marker and things like that, the time and effort they put in on and off the green and in behind closed doors is second to none. You can't fault it, and I think that's been shown over the last few years with the success of Ireland across all levels.
Absolutely, it's night day weekends and lack of holidays, and they're around the world following, and you never hear a complaint out of them. Fantastic job of what they're doing, and I think they're taking us really in the right way to where we want to be as a country in bowls.
As I say, using that night and day comment, I'd say is a night and day change and difference in the sort of results from Irish bowls over the last 10 years. I think the results that you've had as a nation over the last few years across all disciplines, across all age categories, from the biggest level on the world stage to the smallest level at under 18s British Isles. I think there's been a drastic change, and I think that's certainly been sort of a big thank you from the players to the coaching staff for the effort that's gone in.
Outdoor, we're definitely in a great spot in every competition we play in. Indoor, I think Colin Hogg appointed a new manager, definitely going to keep pushing us towards the position we want to be in. We're definitely becoming more competitive indoor, I think. Under 25, the senior internationals holding a lot of games close in the British Isles Championships recently.
Yeah, definitely. And mentioning Colin Hogg there, for anybody that isn't aware of the Jack in the Box podcast, is available to be streamed on Spotify. Colin Hogg, the new appointed Irish team manager, was recently involved in that podcast with Ian McClure and
Chris Mulholland. Listened to it last night, actually.
Yeah, it was a good listen.
Good.
Yeah, it was a good listen. There's lots of good ideas on there, and there's a good insight in there from Colin Hogg, the new team manager. So for anybody that's interested, certainly take yourselves over to there and have a listen to that. It certainly wouldn't be a waste of an hour of your time, I can tell you that.
Yeah, they have a lot of good episodes out. Ali here is the main man for it.
The tech guru.
You mustn't get any days off, and by the looks of it, he's definitely not.
He loves it. He says all this. He complains, "Oh, I don't get no time off. I just want 5 minutes between games." No, he loves it.
Yeah.
He gets sad towards the end of the tournaments because he's got nothing to do with his day.
Yeah. We've got a smiling again.
It's a great effort from Catherine there. Very, very good reply.
Great ball there. Gives her a chance for the next. Close game so far. 1-1 and a 2. Across the board, for those wanting to know, Ireland are currently 4-2 up against England and
Macau.
Lovely. Hong Kong's 11-1 up on Singapore going into the last end, and Scotland is 7-2 up on Cook Islands and Norfolk Islands.
Yes.
Going into the last end, measure in the last end. Just needs to get up here.
Yeah, I'm sure Catherine will be disappointed with that ball after her second. She played a fantastic second. Just slightly overcorrected maybe.
Do you think if you're Bradley, do you try play the backhand to sit the ball, or do you stick to the forward, just dead draw, being 4-0 down?
I would probably throw another ball in the area first, and then maybe look to make an alteration, because that's far too much room for Joseph. We've seen him on many occasions this week already draw at least 3 balls in that area. So
yeah, he looks like he might be hunting for the ball here. Very lonely in there, mind you. So
just on the high side, pace is probably perfect. He is looking on the backhand, whether or not that's a draw or a Ricci.
Ricci, I think.
Just sits there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anything overweight just sits on that side. It's very lazy to get down. It's a very useful ball for.
I would love to tell you what balls he's using, but I actually don't have that information on me.
I would say, looking at the grip and the
aces,
I would say they're internationals.
Maybe. Oh,
I'd say they're internationals.
Yeah.
Looking at the two, because there's 2 lines on the side of the bowl as you look at it here.
Yeah.
I'd say they're Taylor International. I would say they're the extreme grip as well.
What do you think of delivery? Seems to hold the ball in the middle, not on the grips either. Just away.
Yes.
Finished in a great spot.
Yeah, finished in a good spot again. A ball could be handy for him over the next, after the following 2 balls. So what made you so fortunate to get yourself onto commentary this evening then, AJ?
I would say a young man by the name of Daniel Spratt. He volunteered me. I mean, I'm not complaining, you know.
Have you need to wait to the
Sitting here
cinema?
with you, of course. Yeah, I
Have you
wonder
need
what
to
he's
wait to
going
the
to watch.
cinema? I wonder who he's going with.
I think he's
Could
with
be a
his
date.
family. Oh, well.
Could be a date.
You never know. He did leave with his family because he's making his dad buy him dinner. I know that.
Right, okay. I wonder what is for dinner tonight.
Good question, Ryan. What is for dinner?
What is for dinner? I had tuna pasta tonight.
Oh, you've already had dinner.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Chloe was on the ball tonight.
Oh.
Dinner was ready when I landed in from work. So, brownie points in the bag for her this evening.
Chloe ever playing this event? Or?
Chloe's never qualified for this. In all the things she's won, all the things she's achieved, she's not even qualified for this.
Oh, very interesting. You've qualified. When was
I
that?
qualified, I think it was 2023, back in East Kilbride in Glasgow. I come unstuck in the semi-final of the singles against Nathan Black. Fantastic game of bowls that was. He hung on to him for a long time. Thought I was going to sneak the first set for a while, and he played 3 absolute worldies from nowhere. I thought he was done. Thought it was shake hands job, set 1.
Yeah.
Just played 3 phenomenal bowls, and
That's what you notice. These the Aussies are cool as ice. You never
Yeah,
really see them under
yeah.
much pressure, no matter what's against them.
no.
Likes of Jack McShane. I know he played Andy Kyle when he was over at the World Indoor Championships last year. And
Yeah.
played a lot of great bowls to beat Andy when he was under pressure.
I think that's just simply down to the quality of play they have back home consistently. I was speaking a little bit with Derek last night, the Canadian team manager, on the commentary, and saying how they've marketed the game so well over there.
Yeah.
There's so much money involved in it all. Like, you can even just see like simple things like the quality of the kit they've got on. You can tell is expensive stuff. Like just little things like that. where-
Premier League and stuff as well.
Yeah,
You look at the bowls clubs over there, state of the art.
yeah.
Massive.
They're not even bowls clubs. It's more of it's a resort, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, casinos, restaurants, bars.
Pokies, as they call them, I think, isn't it? That's all the bandits and everything.
I remember, I think it was Andy Kyle telling me, the way we have a ballot for the likes of like a bottle of wine or something. I think he said one of the ones that were there when he was there was a mini or something. Ridiculous. And they've got the weather too. It's
Yeah.
always going to be in your benefit.
Yes.
UK,
Excellent bowler from Catherine.
yeah,
Fantastic.
phenomenal. And she falls, even better.
Certainly needed by Catherine, there being 6-0 down after 5 ends. As in the words of a famous Shauna O'Neill, I'm sure lots of you know who she is, end 5 is the crunch end. So she says. I think that's a crazy statement, because I think you could be out of the set by end 5, but Shauna's won more than me, so we'll let her have that one.
Oh, look at 3 ball pairs, you're never safe at N5 at 6-0 up, you know.
Yeah, so at 6-0 up, as I say, it's still
Great
very open.
ball there.
Very, very useful going.
Catherine sticking to the forehand. Just needs to reach.
Played a good line again, just not quite reaching.
She might not finish. Well,
It's a handy enough ball.
yeah.
It's a good bad one, as they say.
Joseph just trying to play the draw here, I believe.
He's in a good spot in the set, really, isn't he? He doesn't have to go looking to play anything too rash.
You get second shot, you know, you're 5 up.
Very,
chance to
very
go.
close for shot bowl, yeah.
Oh,
Fortunate little slide off the bowl there, but certainly in the area and playing very good weight, which always allows for that result, doesn't it?
yeah. You know, had to be played. It was sort of there to be played as much as it was gone. Bradley very close here as well. Might just get the top, me too.
AJ, you're in trouble.
Short. Why?
Chloe Greachin is not happy with you. Taylor Greacher, only singles medal at under-18s British Isles.
I swear Bradley played.
Well,
He's won a medal, definitely.
well, I'm gonna call Chloe Greacher out there because she said, not Brad, he's never won a game.
Never.
Never won a game. That's the word used by Chloe
He's bound to
Greacher.
have won. He's won something on under 18s.
Maybe he's won last place.
I swear he'll beat someone from our
You're in
country.
big trouble here.
Surely that's a compliment. I was about to say.
Big trouble. This is the thing, see, when you speak on commentary you need to know facts.
I said to be fair.
No, you need to know facts, AJ. You've got yourself into a pickle now.
Oh, that's a compliment.
To who?
Him?
Well, yeah, certainly to him. Maybe you offended everybody else
I
that's
think
involved.
Maybe, well, yeah, you play 2 different disciplines in the under 18, so I think he must have done alright in something.
AJ, you've caused carnage here. I'm getting messages left, right and centre.
Ah, sure.
Oh well,
Close enough.
live and learn. Try again tomorrow. See if you can not upset anybody tomorrow.
Well, I'll be university, so might get out of it.
Still very disappointed in Mr. Daniel Spratt leaving us.
Especially to go to the cinema.
Chloe AJ's going to Lucknow. You've rattled him.
No, not for that. Just gonna see what he played in. Maybe it was the pairs.
So an update across the green on rink 6. Scotland took the first set 7-5 against the Cook Islands and Norfolk Islands. The first set on rink 5 went to Hong Kong. Singapore have taken a 1-0 lead in the second set. On rink 4 we have Macau and England, which are 2 shots to 7 down against Ireland 2, which consists of Anna McKeown and Lorna McMullen. So Ireland seem to be in full control of that set after 5 ends. Even Chloe Greachen's backtracking now.
Rattled. Well, the last year I played, he did play in the singles.
So, in the words of Sean O'Neill, the crunch moment went to Australia. They're now 7-0 up after 5 ends.
And in that singles, did the British Lions have 2 singles?
I think you should take this directly up with Chloe Greacher.
Yep. Group A, Bradley finished second. So does that mean he won a game?
Maybe he lost all of his games and had a better shot difference. Oh dear. Another very good start here from Erin. She's just picked up where she left off in that singles game against USA.
Oh, never mind. Forget that. Do better rugby.
So I think you're going to have to make an apology now to Brad and to Chloe.
I believe he's definitely won something. Well, not won, but I think he's medalled in something.
Great reply here from Catherine. Just slacking on the pace slightly, but
yeah, apologies, Chloe. We'll get the facts right next time. He's definitely medalled in something, surely.
I think we're in need of a new commentary box here because AJ's rattling people left, right and centre. Including the person that was rattled.
Made an enemy, apparently.
Oh, Chloe Greachen's sending proof over here. She's not impressed.
Well, while you're at it, if you're checking 24, just look at the 4 gold medal. Thanks.
Sorry about the mics going off there, bit of technical difficulties from Ali. Hit mute on accident. Honestly.
Yeah, massive end here for Guernsey. 7-0 down, 2 to play. Erin's played a great end here. Catherine just needs to hold.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was
Could well be.
decent result.
Oh dear, guys, I think we're going to have to have a rotation of commentary here.
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
oh.
I'm getting bombarded with comments here.
Same person or?
Yeah. She's not happy with you, AJ.
Oh,
You're gonna have to make a formal apology.
I apologise. I remember Taylor Breachin.
I think you're gonna have to write her a letter.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, it got mixed up. Taylor Breachin. But Bradley, definitely a good player. definitely did well.
What are you playing here for you, Bradley, then? You gambling? Looking to poke the 2 balls away? Or
Yeah.
You've got to make an adjustment now on
I
yours.
think you've got to go a couple of yards. Best back hole, right into the ditch. I think the bigger question is, what do you do for Joseph? Do you
Just plug
tidy up, or
Nah,
do you
just plug away. Just keep packing the head up.
just
Keep packing the head up. If you can alter the angle slightly and somehow lock one of your balls in.
don't even know what that said, but is she happy now?
She said, tell the poor lad is okay and enjoy your dinner.
Thank you. I don't know what I'm getting, like it was on the table like an hour ago.
Chloe said if you're looking at the 2024 results, go and have a look who won the 4s or something. I don't know. I'm assuming he's won it if he's saying things like that.
I'm pretty sure it was 2024, yeah.
I see no you.
I'm just rattling her, don't worry. Yeah, it was 2024.
What do you think of the playlist then, Age? Because I nearly had a little groovy to this the start of this song.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Ali's
loving
away, he's bopping, he's gone. Even Rod Coleman's
Even
giving it a bit
Rod's
of a head
loving it.
shake, like. Yeah, Rod, handsome.
Yeah,
Handsome is one word.
best hair in the place.
To be fair, EJ, between the 4 of us sat on this table here, I think even if we added all of our hair collectively, I don't think we'd have as much as you, so at least you're winning our battle there.
Yeah.
Adam McKeown looking extremely serious there.
Yeah.
Unsure as to why, because he's in full control of the set. 8-2 up after 6 ends, and Lorna's played another very good end of bowls. I must say a big shout out to Lorna McMillan. It's his first go at a world event, and she's taken everything in her stride. She's playing extremely well. I know she put a bit of time in on the greens in the lead up to this event, which is obviously a big help. I know she changed her bowls as well, only a couple of weeks just before this, because she was struggling with the swing of her bowls on the end rinks, and that's proved out well because she ended up beating the Scottish lady. Is it Leah, the Scottish ladies player?
Yeah, Liam McCoy.
She ended up beating Liam McCoy.
Good player. I believe she finished second in the ladies' world match play.
Oh no,
the qualify for pole.
Going back to this game, that is an extremely unfortunate result. Because he's burnt the jack now off to the side.
Onto the tee.
A dead end goes back onto the tee for 1 down. 3 spots are in play. I'd say he arguably scores a 2 there, maybe even a 3.
Yeah, but that's the end of the set, unfortunately. Do they have to play?
They play the full set because shot difference comes into it. And I would say that shot difference could well be a big factor in all this because the top two teams of each group go through, and then the 3rd place. So I believe there's 3 groups. I'm not sure if there's 3 groups in there or not, but I'm sure there's 3 groups. The 3 third places go into a draw. The first name out the hat, I believe, goes straight into the quarter-final. and well, this is certainly the case for the singles, and the other two playoff for the final quarter-final spot.
Yeah, tricky group this. Wales with Rhys Caldwell, Jasmine Staton. Ireland sitting second with Adam McKeown and Laura McMullen. They're currently playing bottom of the group, Macau in England.
Yeah. Miles and
So,
is it Ellie? Is it Ellie who's
Yeah, Ellie Johnson, I believe. Aaron's sister, I want to say.
Is it?
I think so.
Well, that's somebody who's achieved a bit in a short space of time. Aaron Johnson. Done very well for himself over the last couple of years. Good run in the Scottish International Open for the World Bowls Tour, giving him a hell of a lot of ranking points. Pushing him up into the top 16 now. So Potters.
Yeah, Ireland's sitting second in that group, but they've won both their games on tie breaks. Australia have won 3 sets so far, so this could be a very close contested group coming to the end of the final games.
Yeah, there's all to play for across this format. Everybody seems to have the opportunity to beat everyone, so
What's your opinion on the set play?
I like
to try regroup and
I like it. I think it gives you games like this now, it gives Guernsey an opportunity to reset, go again, and then try and cement themselves a spot at the tie break. It's always a big help, isn't it?
yeah, you seem to be doing quite well at the set play, qualifying for Potters in the pairs with Andy Carr.
Yeah, it was a lovely little win that was. Qualifying Potters, I think, is something that everybody, certainly in the UK, aspires to do, and something that everybody would like to achieve. I think it's something you always talk about with your grandparents, and something you never actually think you will achieve. But fortunate enough to play with Andy Kyle, is such a quality player, so knowledgeable of the Belfast surfaces. I think that certainly played a big part in us sneaking over the line.
Yeah, such an experienced player. Played in Commonwealth Games, played in World Championships, and he played in the World Indoor Singles after
Last year,
yeah, beaten the quarter-final by Jack McShane, I think. Yeah, definitely beat by Jack McShane.
Yeah, class act, absolutely unbelievable player.
Such a player for his age, especially.
Some would say he's like a fine wine.
Yeah,
Gets better with age.
just gonna keep getting better. Yeah.
What's going through your head here if you're Brad and Catherine?
Honestly, just try to catch the pace of the carpet. Not sure who starts with the jack in the second set. I think Australia started with it in the first set, so I mean, Guernsey get it second set?
I'd say maybe if unless they give the jack away in the first set.
Australia definitely seemed to have dominated at this length from the first end. Erin seemed to have played really well leading on it. So I think your goal now is just get the pace, regroup, try go again in the second set.
Yeah, a big drastic change in jack length I think could be a big help.
What's your tactic in second sets? Are you more cautious when it comes to risks, or are you?
Depends if I've won the first set or not. Depends how things are going. Like obviously if you won the first set comfortably and you're drawing well, then you probably just look to sort of reset, go again, and just start the building process again towards winning the game. But if you've been scratching about a little bit, maybe you look to go a little bit more risky and look to just win every end, sort of score the shot and not really worry too much about what could go wrong, because like points win your prizes at the end of the day, don't they? So
yeah, definitely. Man of experience walking up the green here, Adam McKeown, Commonwealth gold and world medalist.
World Pairs gold medalist with Gary Kelly. Certainly, I'd say probably one of the favourites for this event.
Yeah, home carpet, definitely confident, especially with his experience at the senior level.
Yeah, a man with a CV like his, I would say that I think anybody to write him off as favourite would be a little bit silly. I know Joseph is.
Ali definitely winding him up there.
I know Joseph is an extremely talented player as well, and that's been clear to see over the last 2 days.
Yeah, something I've noticed, the South Africans, they've been, a couple of days before in the lead up, they were on the green flat out.
things like that go a long way in this event. I think any head start you can get on any of your opponents, I think it's always going to benefit, isn't it? It's never going to hinder you.
Yeah. I think the difference is when you go to British Isles events, like all the under 25 and the senior series, you just have 2 trial ends. You never get the practice on the carpet. Or maybe that's just us, but definitely tricky traveling a day and getting straight up the next morning and going. Under 18s I thought was always the hardest. You're travelling, well, Ireland especially, you're travelling early hours that morning, and then you're playing at about 4 o'clock that day. You're no time to practice, no time to sort of gather your thoughts. You're just flat out all day. And
that under 18 series has changed quite a lot over the years, because like I was in there, say, a little while ago, quite a long time ago now, actually, 6 years ago.
you're still under 25.
Yeah. And that format used to be very different. You used to play, I think it was 4 games on the Saturday, 2 or 3 on the 2 on the Sunday. 2 on the Sunday was usually your place match, so whether it was 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th, or 7th and 8th. But
yeah, definitely different now. Last 2 or 3 years I played it, you're playing 2 games on the Friday night. If you win those 2 games, you're definitely playing for a medal. If everyone wins 1, toss up, you play the next morning in a different discipline, 2 games, and then that evening and afternoon you're playing the medal matches or wherever you've qualified the night before. So definitely no rest up.
very interesting finish to the first set on ring 4 with England 2 and Macau. As you can see, the scoreboard in the back there. Adam and Lorna were in full control, ended up only winning the set by 1. I think it was a big count dropped on the last end there.
Yeah, there were
4 or 5 down.
Yeah.
So, unsure as to what's happened there, whether that was a bit of complacency maybe.
Maybe that's why we thought Adam was looking a wee bit serious.
Yeah, maybe he could have potentially lost the set.
Definitely trickier these sort of games this time of day. You're tired, you've had a long haul. Easy to slip up for an end, but from looking at it, I thought all the balls were close. Lorna definitely had a good end.
It's a long day of bowls, isn't it? Sort of 9:30 in the morning, starting your final session at 6:10 in the evening.
The 2-hour waits as well between games sometimes, that's a killer.
Yeah.
Started the second set here. Catherine's really started off with strong. Erin close with this one, 2 back bowls as well. Definitely going to benefit them.
Catherine just looking to reach the Erin's back bowl, just being the jack now.
Very Jason Banks delivery there.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Jumping through it like.
That's sort of what she's looking, but great ball. Frames it for Joseph, do you think?
Yeah, a little bit. Be interesting to see. As you say, this goes back to what you were saying. Does he just draw away and look to pack the head up, or does he look to run the jack in early? Obviously, he took full control of that first set. If he was looking to run the jack in the ditch with his first bowl, certainly a heartbreaker.
Yeah. I think early on in the set, do you want to lose your weight, or do you want to just stick to the draw?
Well, he's looking down the backhand, so.
Newcastle reserves.
Yeah. Going stiffer. Likes it. Just gonna only get the ball, I believe. Another great one in there, but
Sets
probably
the head up much nicer for himself now. Allows him to look the draw and maybe just trickle on the jack.
would you have played that pace, Ryan, or tried to murder it?
No, I probably would have played something similar, just to look to control the jack into the ditch. Especially with there being a respot on the tee. If he'd have burnt the jack and no bowls, he'd have left himself 2 down.
Probably just
So,
left another 4 if he wants to go down for jack again.
So, this will be an interesting bowl because Joseph's bowls are quite steady, so I don't know if he'll be able to sneak around that with good weight.
Yeah, back to the draw. Big swinging hand, but oh, never mind. Maybe not back to the
Looking
draw.
inside to land the ball.
Just caught.
Oh.
Bradley's ball stays on. Probably.
Oh dear.
As well. Just
So, maximum result there,
Fortunate, yeah.
connecting with the short ball. Big ball for Bradley here. Sort of wants to win the first end of the set just to take control of it early. Seems very interested in the ball.
yeah, he's stalking it.
Just needs to swing. Just needs to swing.
Great
It's a
reply.
very, very, very good ball after the last.
Yeah.
Very good.
After his last result, Bradley's ball stayed on at the back too, so wonder what Juice was forced him to play in. Probably. Would you be inclined to go down the forehand, look for the half the white ball into the jack, have all the balls to the right side of the ring?
Interesting shot selection, I think. As you say, probably be looking to arrive through the split, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
As you say, you
Chance of the jack going.
yeah, as you say, you lift Bradley's
Outside
ball
too.
into the jack.
Ali hasn't got to the arrow part yet, so.
Joseph's bowl is actually just behind Erin's bowl there as well, that you could see. He's got lots of chances here, and even if he's a little bit tight and he gets down off the inside of Catherine's bowl, looking to lift his own and turn Bradley's away. Pace will be interesting here, whether he goes a little bit sterner or whether he just settles on the lift.
Sticking with the backhand. How two runners done it?
Seems interested. Seems very, very interested. Nice
close.
connection.
Very unfortunate.
Very, very, very unfortunate. Drop a 2 there after playing 3 near perfect balls.
Still a ball to come. Do you switch hands onto the floor, or do you just play a high safe draw?
Bradley's played 2 good balls on the back, and I'd just be trusting myself, just to draw away. But same thing, pressure after losing the first set, bit of caution, maybe do switch and. Yeah, he's lining up on the forehand here. So, to say, safe option, as long as he beats Joseph's, he's in. Bowls like this, call them the freebie. I don't know what you guys call them over here, but big bowls these generally towards the end of the set. These are the bowls you usually look back and think, if I'd have drawn this or if I'd have added in there. That was a very good bowl. Very,
Definitely,
very good.
yeah.
That's the first end Guernsey would have wanted, following on from that first set. Wouldn't be surprised to see a big change in jack length here.
I believe this is the first time they've had the jack all game, so it'll be interesting to see, do they lengthen it up or
Yeah,
looking likely.
Further back towards the tee here now. I'm sure Brad would be praying for this jack to be reaching up to his feet. So certainly
Most of the
certainly
way.
a longer length jack, probably pushing around the 28 metre mark, 29 metres.
Across the board, Scotland's 5 up on Cook Islands and Norfolk after 3 ends.
A couple down on the head though, I think, are they?
Possibly, yeah. Hong Kong's 3-1 up on Singapore after 4, having won the first set. And Ireland's 1-0 up against Cook Island, Macau in England after an end. Just quick here by Erin. Might get fortunate. No.
Another opportunity for Catherine to step in here.
Has been seemingly steady this match, but it'll be interesting to see. This is the first time we've had a length change drastically throughout the game.
Erin just looking on the high side again here. Big change in jack length could could be the difference in this set here. Sort of Guernsey can take control of this length.
Both players definitely experienced enough to switch length without a bother. Catherine adjusting well here. Seems to be a very experienced player. Seems to have won 2 British Isles ladies fours golds in the indoor carpet and triples in 2019 as well. Big achievements to add to your CV there. Played the singles in this event 2 years ago, came away with the bronze. Great result. Would that be the year you played? 2023?
What was that, the World Bowl Juniors? Yeah, would have been. Interesting carpet that was, his Kilbride. Lovely carpet, but a bit wiggly.
Tracky?
Yeah, a little bit. On that trying to play that Ricci weight, it was tough.
I think you find that with a lot of carpets. Sort of found under 25s the last few years. Yeah, I've never had a bad pace carpet, but I know last year Northampton, tricky at times.
Quick.
Yeah,
very
quick.
Interesting bowl from Brad there, looking to just cover early, I would say.
Yeah. Joseph just like the cushion, the back bowl, and does that, he'll get shot.
For anyone
Very
that's
close,
unsure
yeah.
of the score, we've got Ali on it now.
Just got caught.
Yeah, that's an updated score for you.
Must have took one of his breaks there.
Yeah, I think he was away getting a chocolate muffin. They're poor tonight, aren't they? Mr. Alistair, our partners, our wives, being terrible. No supply of drinks or food. It's not good enough, really. Where's your wife, AJ?
At her flat, actually.
Flat.
I think she might have made me dinner. But
Oh, fantastic. You want to text her and ask her what you're having?
I think that was about an hour ago, though. Yeah, told her to go on without me. Came down here, said I'd watch Daniel. She's Daniel's best friend, and Daniel wrote me into this. So.
Ah.
You like fighting, that's it.
Quite toasty in here.
It is a lot warmer in here tonight than it was yesterday. Big adjustment from Brad here. Just going to get down in time. Yeah, it's a very, very good bowl, but opens up the runner, maybe, if he fancies it. Certainly something we haven't seen Joseph play yet. I haven't seen him play any big weight at all.
Mute that wee mic there when I take the jumper off so it doesn't. Just make sure I'm not let the top up on the live stream. I don't like you putting the jacket on.
Might see a bit of weight here from Joseph, I think. No, opting to play the steady conservative bowl again.
He's got a nice catch off his own.
Seems very interested in it.
Just need to get down.
So that's 5-0 to Guernsey after 2 ends. That's certainly the start they would have wanted in this set, following the first one's outcome.
really turned it on the second set. Australia haven't seemed to back off too much. Just Guernsey really flipped the switch for the second set here.
This shows how important jack length is, I think. So another very good start from Catherine here.
Catherine seems to have played forehand all day. Erin sticking to the one hand up and down. Seems to have nailed the line on it all day. Nice colour of ball then.
Yeah, Paris slice, lovely colour. Personal preference from Catherine, maybe on the forehand, just trusting herself a little bit more to play steady balls on it.
Yeah.
Fortunate this carpet allows you to play whatever you want, whenever you want.
Yeah. You know,
It's no real.
there's no untrue rink on
No.
the carpet, thankfully.
I think every hand is just preference. I think both hands on every rink is certainly very playable. I think it does very much just boil down to what you prefer and what your ball suits the most.
This side, definitely one of the best services you get anywhere. The other side, maybe a bit less forgiving at times. Very quick, especially with this heat on. Very swingy. But yeah, good again there. Seems to constantly be drawn just past. Real leading.
Yeah, very useful balls, especially with such quality coming behind her.
Question of the day, which country's shirt do you think looks the nicest?
I was just looking at these now. I like the Cook Islands top.
Yeah.
Macau is nice. Try to go something a little bit different, you know. Obviously the Australian in the green and gold is the old trusty reliable. isn't it?
Yeah.
It's-
Very smart design, you know. All the other countries carrying cloths. Australia seem to have a bit of like a cloth on the shorts.
Yeah. Ali having a little boogie next to us again. That's what we like to see.
Could have at least brought us back a chocolate muffin from his
Could have.
adventure.
He
But
could have. I don't know where he's been, but not bringing anything back is quite disappointing again, really.
great weight by Brad. Just probably over trusted her to get around the front short one. Caught out high. Joseph likes this. He gets to be pulling the jack and
Just
he's
gotta
getting
reach.
the ball.
Just gotta reach.
Yeah. Probably blocked his line for the wee.
Brad very quick and away on the mat already, no messing about.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be looking to capitalise on the bit of space that's left on this end here before Joseph does. Same concept, just got to run down the inside and say it stays up, it could well be the shot. Definitely holding is the call from Erin. I don't know how many. So, that could be one, it could be four.
Joseph just looking for the high draw, see if he can get back. Looks just quick from here. A lot harder to read the balls on a screen.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is why I generally don't talk about them, because you make yourself look silly.
We're not actually close, guys. Just
Try to read body language. Bradley seems quite interested in this ball. Just coming to edge slightly, is he?
just needs a sneak. Just falling short.
Climbs over Catherine's ball and might say he's the winner.
Yeah, done enough,
ball.
maybe.
That's a big ball considering the situation of the set. And he was arguably a pair down.
Now what do you do for Jacob? 5 down in the set. Plenty ends to go.
Joseph could well be looking at running down to the jack here, turning in for a 2, maybe even a 3 if it goes in the right spot. Obviously he has the opportunity of the 2 balls as well.
Yeah.
If he's in that vicinity just on the dots on the back end, but on personal preference, he's drawn so well the last 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try and draw shot either.
Yeah. Percentage shot, he's drove very well.
From behind the map view there, I'd probably be looking at reaching down the forehand.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna.
Yeah, he's lining up down the
played
forehand.
it well 3 times coming down here last night.
Good camera angle from our technician there. That looks a little high to me at the hand, but he's very down the area. Oh, it's a big result off the ball. And the back ball stayed on as well. Shake of the head from Brad there. He's not overly impressed with that one. Joseph was certainly in the area there, but as I say, just a maximum result off the ball to get a solid connection of the jack.
Could be.
And Erin's ball to land right on
Could
top
be
of the
3
jack.
or 4, yeah. Game on in this set. Got a nail biter here, folks.
3 shots. Joseph calling Erin to come back up to the jack length.
It's interesting to see how both leads adjust here.
Be interesting to see if Guernsey can sneak the jack length back here, because it's clearly
Across the board, Hong Kong and Singapore 5-4 after 6 ends. So Hong Kong who won the first set. Could be a close finish there. Maybe see a tiebreaker. Scotland 6-1 up after winning the first set, and Ireland 4-0 up after winning the first set.
silk smooth delivery there.
Very consistent delivery.
Not a bad adjustment to a new length there, obviously. Just wanted to make sure with the
First
first.
pass, you know, especially when it's on the tee. Can't really complain with a skip. Seems to have nailed that line every end.
Yeah.
Just falling tight here. Catherine.
Just down the inside, I think the weight's pretty good.
Another ball. Just pass. Not the worst position.
Better ball from Catherine. I think she's just reaching over the top, but probably the scoring ball. Yeah.
Line 2, one past it.
Good
be
ball from
looking
Erin
for
here.
Both players just looking for the absolute adjustment here. Try and nail that jack first. Trucking again, but might get the shot. No, not coming down in time.
Plenty of room there, so I'm sure Catherine will be looking to make that absolute adjustment, as you say, and nestle right into that jack. Ask the question to Joseph, because there's far too much room for a man of his calibre.
On a good track, just looking at
Falling into easy.
easy.
Well, she's done her job.
Yeah. Line 3. 2 balls past it.
done her job. I'm sure Brad will be crossing everything that Joseph misses this one, but if I was a better man,
But in fairness, unless he absolutely nails it, Brad has a 2 balls, probably 2 feet past.
Two
Head's
shots.
probably in his favour.
2 shots to Guernsey is the call from the ITO. Joseph does not look overly impressed with this ball. Going on body language and all, he doesn't look overly impressed with it, but that doesn't mean that he isn't shot.
I think he might just be, yeah. Still room.
It's a very interesting grip of the bowl there, as you say. I know you mentioned that in the first set, but that was a great angle to see her then. His thumb is in the centre of the bowl at the top. It's a very unique way of holding a bowl.
Just not getting down in time. Great pace for it.
So Joseph will be looking to just bring it down a couple of bowls here. Played fantastic pace for this first. Drawing another scoring ball here. Still a little bit of room there for Brad.
Good, he's drew 2. He's not framed it for Brad to turn it to his own balls. So.
Brad can certainly play this with confidence. Land the last ball, if he gets a little bit of turn and gets down to the jack. But
I think he's
just on the high side of things again. You know yourself, AJ, if you're just up on that side,
yeah,
never really gets off the line quick enough for you.
That's the thing I've learned about my balls. Is if I send them out, they hold a lot of the way and then go a lot at the end. So you know immediately if you're high or tight.
Things are getting a bit
your hand. Maybe just trying to get to the back to.
Things are getting a little bit tight across the green here. Ireland against England and Macau is back to 4-all. I think Singapore have just made shot to make it 5-all, which isn't good enough to go to a tie-break, but leaves Hong Kong, China asking a question now because they've got a bowl for 4 or 5. And
just outside by Brad. Going.
It's a big miss for Brad there. Opportunity to turn the jack for a 4. Certainly that stage of the set. Probably one that he may look back on. But comes back to that change of jack length against Kenny G. Certainly shows that that shorter jack length suiting the Aussie boy and Joseph and Erin a lot more than maybe Catherine and Brad.
You know, with such a quick surface, it really plays to their advantage. Coming from quick greens over in Australia, you know, you may as well use your advantage.
Yeah, definitely. We wouldn't like to go to some of the carpets in Wales. Some of them run within about 10 seconds.
Sully wasn't too bad. It was really long. Am I right in saying it's one of the longest?
Yeah. In that 40-metre region, I think.
Sully. It was quick, but then you realise when you're playing C to T, because of the length, caught players out a wee bit.
Deceiving as well, because it looks like you've got to throw so far.
Yeah. Yeah, no, had a great weekend there in the under-18s. 2024, great club, great surface.
Good facility, Sally.
Yeah, very good.
So make a very nice Sunday roast.
Yeah, I believe we might have had one the day we were over. Well, the weekend we were over. I know for spectators, they all said it was a phenomenal place.
So, back to the crunch end then.
5-all, 3 to play.
Back to end 5, the crunch end. I still don't agree with that statement, but we'll run with it.
Is she definitely talking about 7 end sets?
Yep.
I guess it's just past the halfway point to it.
This was some of the advice she gave Lorna as well, by the sounds of it, because Lorna mentioned this on when she was commentating earlier.
listened to the Jack in the Box podcast last night. Colin Hogg mentioning about Colin Campbell always saying
Excellent start there.
take a 21 end game in 4 quarters. So
Yes,
maybe
yes.
Sean is thinking it's sort of like a second half.
Second half and second set, maybe.
Fourth ends, you're just sort of figure things out. Fifth ends, really regroup, and now you got to go strong. Just falling short there. Not
For anybody
ideal.
who was listening to the commentary last night, you may know that I like to make a bold prediction, and I'm going to make a bold prediction of whoever wins this end will win this set.
I would probably agree with you there, actually.
That's boring. You've got to go against me just for viewers. You have to.
You know what? The way the head's set up, it could go very close to
For who?
either, to be honest. you know, we could see a couple of back goals and a drive in here. Guernsey really not wanting to be short to this head. Back toucher really need to get that out of there.
We're just hanging on here.
Back goal.
This is the back ball
There's
you
the
asked
back
for.
goal in, yeah. Very different game stadium without respots.
Yeah. I can't remember if it was T when I played. I would say so.
I know from playing with and against you, you never know what to cover when you're driving. In our game the other week, I didn't realise I had to cover in the middle of the ring.
Jack on the tee, 20 metres back up the green.
Don't know how that happened, to be honest, but wow, great strike bar. Just falling under.
Oh dear. That's
I actually maybe finished in a
yeah,
good
I
spot.
thought she was landing on the pink bowl there. Tough end for Brad to play at here.
Yeah, you know, probably maybe it's just forced them into playing a wee bit neater now. At this stage of the game, although it's a carver you can play neat on, it's going to be tricky to back yourself.
Nice to see Joseph and Erin conferring here about the shot. Good to see the camaraderie amongst the pair. Looks like it's been a long day for the USA team manager. Seems to be having a little sleep.
Yeah, be a long week or two here for him, I'd say.
See, now we're getting asked now if we want drinks. So Ali, you need to make the most of this because we was complaining earlier that they wasn't asking.
Well, they not liking that one.
No, hand in the air for the
Just on
apology.
Harley side. Left there from the Irish pair of Lorna McMullen and Adam McKeown to go 8-4 ahead with 3 ends to play. 2 ends to play. 7 ends. Good point.
What is it you're studying in uni? Not mathematics, obviously.
Business management.
Oh dear. Oh, tax man will be after you.
I promise, guys. I'm not that silly. I just forgot it's 7 ends.
I was thinking it was a Thursday night league in Baker.
Why you just think that's 7 ends?
Oh dear, Brad. I'm disappointed with that one.
Yeah.
Such a crucial moment now as well. Got a chance to land the ball for a 3. If he gets a little crunch on the jack over towards the
Really tricky looking shot that there for him. Just
Nice
has
side-
to sneak
nice side to
past
play
the
it on.
short ball. Yeah, definitely.
does come late down there.
That's the problem. He knows he just needs to sneak by the front ball and no more. But as you say, very trustworthy carpet. You just gotta stick with it and hope for the best. back previously to your point in the Irish setup being very close. I know I've watched. Oh, I'm gonna Jack in the Box, Australian Bulls podcast. And it seems to be all the players that play here from Australia in this event all seem to be very close, very very helpful to each other and giving each other advice. I think that obviously is going to help a lot coming over here on them surfaces.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Australia host this event anytime soon.
Yeah, it seems to be. Last year was Hong Kong. Past
I believe,
2 or 3 have been.
I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe it's back to Hong Kong next year. That's bold, but I have sources behind that.
Well, the problem is, I guarantee I'll get someone like you in the first round of ours.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem if you dismantled me in the open singles, so...
Close game. If I didn't rip, then you were 13-10 up line 4.
Yeah.
If I didn't play an absolute drive there, that was game so much. You had me under so much amount of stress that my Apple Watch was going off on me after the game.
Alistair, I think they've got us a pint. Raise the eyebrows there from our technical guru.
So, Ollie, what time did you
A fantastic start
start
there.
getting a few pints today?
He's not going to tell you information like that. He will give it to you. He's too busy. Yes, Alistair, we've got pints coming. That is sensational news.
So, Ryan, have you tried an Irish Guinness yet? Or
I have tried an Irish Guinness, and I must say, I'm not a big fan of it, but it is much nicer than the Guinness in Wales.
Well, yes.
So, I nearly got knocked out yesterday. I nearly got lynched. I nearly got strung up and torched. There was riots at my house last night when I said on the comment So if you say well played front toucher and his ball is still 2 feet away. Here we are. We have another man at the moment here. Joined us in commentary now.
Yep.
Not on the mic, but in the area. Mr. Rory.
Monday Night League specialist.
Not a Thursday night league, just a Monday.
Oh. I see we were meant to play you on a Thursday. Yeah.
Must say is a fantastic support network within this club, run by sort of one family, really, isn't it?
Yep, the Colemans.
The Colemans, they do a fantastic job of keeping this venue prim and proper. I think without them guys, I think we wouldn't be fortunate enough to have this stadium and have these facilities. So big shout out goes to everybody involved in that.
Yep, do absolutely everything here. Ali on the stream, the rest. Oh, right, thanks. Unlocked my jaw there.
Be interesting to see what Joseph's looking to play here. Does he gamble a little bit? Potentially to rip 2 balls out.
Well, he's got best back if he gets contact on the ball.
Just needs to move. Another maximum result. Played in the right area, but
Big ball needed from Bradley here. 2 against, already a shot down in the set. See, in fairness, quite hard to hear how loud you're speaking on these headphones on. Very,
the answer is not very loud, AJ. You don't speak it very loud at all. He's just a wee quiet boy.
It's hard to hear how loud you're speaking through these things.
Good height from Brad here. Just needs to settle on the pace just to get a bit of turn. Great effort. I think my prediction may well be right, AJ.
Bro, has he got second? No.
No.
3 down last end.
4 shots required for Guernsey. It's a tall order against such a quality pair in Australia. So then, AJ, let's get some facts right. Get the groups up. Let's have a look and see what's going on in this group now, because Ireland seem to have won this game 2-0. And I'm not going to count my chickens and upset anybody, but I think there's a high probability that Australia are going to win this game as well. So where does that leave everybody going into tomorrow? Just for the viewers at home, so they know what they got to look forward to tomorrow. Any crunch matches tomorrow?
I believe. How many points is it per set? Wales are currently sitting top with 6 points, won 4 sets. Ireland in second with 6 points, won 2 sets. So that'll put them up to 4 sets. And Australia sitting in third. They've got 3 points, winning 3 sets.
So
I'll let you do the maths because mine failed miserably last time.
quite tight at the top then.
Good start there with Catherine, leaving nothing short.
Let's have a wee look, shall we? See what we can find. Because I think one of these 2 countries has to play Wales tomorrow, which could be a top of the table clash.
3 points to 3 points to win. So I believe Ireland has to play Wales tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah.
Play schedule, here we are, let's have a look. For anybody that's intrigued and can probably find these answers quicker than me, head over to the World Bowls website. All the information's on there for you. Wednesday. Yep, you would be right there. 10-3 tomorrow. We have Ireland v Wales in the mixed pairs. And we have Australia against Macau. So I would say that Australia could be looking at topping the group come this time tomorrow.
Erin leading nothing short there, making sure Guernsey won't have as many opportunities as they would hope.
So tomorrow, guys, there's 3 sessions of group stage tomorrow, 9:30, 11:10 and 10 to 1. And then at 10 to 3 we have the men's singles and the women's singles playoff to reach the quarter-final stage. And then at 4:30 we have the mixed pairs quarter-final across ring 2, 3, 4 and 5, where I'm sure there'll be a quality session. And then at 6:30, if you'd like to join us again, we have the men's singles quarter-final and the ladies singles quarter-final.
Will you be seen again tomorrow, Ryan?
Unfortunately for everybody back at home, yeah, I'll be back on for the 6:30 session tomorrow.
Oh, go ahead.
So, disappointed for everybody back home, I'm sure, but unfortunately you're stuck with me again. Are you joining us tomorrow?
No idea.
I'm sure everybody will be glad if you're not.
Thanks, Ryan.
I'm sure they'd be glad if I wasn't as well. Unfortunately for them, I am.
Ali, will you be back tomorrow? Touchy subject.
If Ali wasn't back tomorrow, nobody would see anything.
Yeah. Credit to the club, to be fair. Done a great job so far.
Brains behind the whole operation.
Great ball there by Joseph. I actually have a feeling I might have been calling him Jacob a few times.
That would be correct.
Oh, thanks. My bad, Joseph. Sincere apologies.
To be fair, the amount of people who've upset in this 2-hour commentary is unbelievable.
2 people. I'm sure you upset a lot at the Masters qualifiers with your disrespect of Coleraine cheese.
It wasn't exactly disrespectful. You said I preferred Cathedral City. I'm sure you're probably a fake plastic cheese kind of guy, are you?
Just eat whatever, to be honest.
Do you? You wouldn't think so. You're like a rake.
I
Like a
know.
little racing snake.
I love.
Do you?
Yeah. Never stop.
Coleman's like that. I've never seen any family in all my life eat so much food and all be so skinny. Is there a secret to that, Ali? He should turn around and point it at his Uncle Rod. Now, I've just exposed him on the live stream there.
Family Feud.
And I'm sure that he's going to be in trouble for that. I tell you who is in trouble, okay, guys, right? AJ's even upset his wife. His dinner, if they had a dog, would be in it, but his nose was in the bin. He just sent her a wee paragraph saying, I'm sorry, I had to do commentary. Daniel Spratt left me in trouble, and he volunteered my name, I didn't have a choice. She replied with, okay.
You know what, the plan for tonight? She has to write an essay, I have to write an essay for uni. So really, helping her by not distracting her.
I think you're fighting a losing battle here.
It'll be fine. So, this head, probably no way I can really see if Guernsey getting the floor here.
I don't know if he was watching. He was very unfortunate with his last ball. If he'd landed the ball solid, he probably would have scored a 4. Sure, Joseph, good luck and just to tidy up here, close the door, and gain another couple of shots on the board.
Actually, there is a shot on, maybe. I'm not sure how many it gets him, but if he can hit the jack, try burn it, get it back to the tee.
Probably scores him 2.
Yeah. But no other shot really, anyway. Just depends. Sort of looking at the tee now. Lovely wee pose there, trying to see. Leapfrog.
There's a trophy in the way, I can't see. There's a trophy on Ali's head. One of the two. Both are big, both are in the way.
Both are shiny.
Maybe 3 shots. He could play an absolute worldie, okay? And I mean a miracle bowl. if you could time me between the two white balls, AJ, if you could time me between the two white balls, because the inside edge of Joseph's toucher, to remove it from the tee. If he could then get from there to the jack,
Good point.
there is 4 shots available. I think the chances that are happening is about as much chance as you going home and your girlfriend giving you a kiss. But
You're going to get me in the bad books.
But I think that is arguably the shot. There's a chance there. Ali's
looking at it.
twisting his head there as if to say, what the hell's he seen? But
it's
he's
probably
seen
more
something.
of a chance because you're more of the chance of getting the jack at an angle to get out of the rink.
Well, Brad's playing the forehand and he's down the dots, which means, I tell you what, he's going for what I've said. Oh, that's a fantastic effort. But efforts don't win you prizes.
And you were right. Whoever won the 5th end did
So,
go on to win the game.
Maybe controversial, but bold calls, bold predictions, that's what you get when you've got us on commentary. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. It was a very good performance there from both pairs, and as I say, I think that crunch end of end 5 in the second set was the difference.
Great win for Australia. Mixes up the group a lot now. Be interesting to see the finish of that group.
So thank you very much, everybody. I hope to see you all tomorrow, and enjoy your evening.